I got my alert. Did you get yours? KM Video live stream live Monday. KM Video live streams. What up, Garrett? First one up in this joint. That's a real maniac for you. What's going on, man? Happy Monday to you, man. Happy Monday to all. Hope you all have a good week. Welcome to another episode of KM Video live streams. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hope you all enjoyed the Big Cat series. I'm going to do a part 4 and part 5. So we got 2 more Big Cat. I'll do it more than likely tomorrow. I may be able to do it tonight. You guys want it tonight? You want to see part 4 tonight? Or can y'all wait till tomorrow? What up, Kevin Nash? Namesake. I am 303 Live, J-Bone, Big Tone, Tory, Ashmat, Babyface, Lokester, Germany in the house. Shout out to all y'all maniacs, man. Joseph, you banging on me, homie? Y'all go on and bang that like button while you doing all that banging and shit. Cat video looks good. Shout out to the homie Baby Smack. What up, Maniac? Anthony Brown tapping in. What's up, Anthony Brown? CR. Is that CR Ryder? That ain't CR Ryder, though. Part 3 was fire. What up, Hutch? My man, Hutch. Y'all want that shit tonight, huh? Y'all motherfuckers can't never wait, man. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, man. That's like when you that's like back in 1983, 84, 84, 85, you got that cavi and you sell a smoker a rock and that motherfucker come back banging on your door all night long, man, until you get that motherfucker another rock. He ain't gonna be satisfied. And the police pass by down the street wondering why the fuck you got a crowd in front of your house and shit. It's a brand new day. The beginning of a brand new week. Bro, Bracy. Big Tone, King Libra, good looking out. Shout out Kermac from the kitchens in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Damn, man, you universal with that shit, huh? Maniac, we need a Baby Crazo cartoon. For sure we do. I got a cartoon man on deck. I ain't heard from him. I gotta let him know. I gotta look him up in my DM. Ain't tapped in for a sec. What up? What's up, yo, cripping cousin? Ain't nothing going on. G Miller, what up, man? Good looking out on that Big Jack. Lonnie Moore's Kev, along with NHB around Arlington, there was Avenue Hustlers. Along with NHB around Arlington, there was Avenue Hustlers. In the 20s, right? Fresh Prince of Dro City. Garrett Fields, good looking out. We fiending out here, big homie. You ain't lying. Y'all really fiending. I'll see if I could get it up tonight, man. I'll make my best effort to get it up tonight. I just got to finish the edits and upload it. Because it's done. I just got to make sure everything is everything. And then if I got to add something, I'll add it. I know I got to add the logo on there. Major lagging. It's probably because my nephew, man. My nephew down there got everything going and shit. Motherfucker got everything going. Streaming everything. Let me turn off my phone, man. Hold on. Alright. Hopefully that's better. Still tripping? Damn. It should be better now. I turned the TV off, the phone off. If not, it ain't meant to be, man. I guess it ain't meant to be. Shit. But I wanted to say, man, Big Tone, good looking out. Garrett Fields, good looking out, bro. If you could hear me, Garrett Fields, good looking out. If not, I'll type it in, man. Oh no, bro. Shit. What are you running? Oh, they can't see me. My stream ain't working today. I don't know. My brother said my nephew said, my nephew said it was his phone, so he gonna turn his phone off. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down there, man. I'll just get up out of here, man. I don't know anything about a white rag, bro, in the gang culture. All right, I'm back. All right, good looking out, y'all. I don't know. My nephew said he was watching some videos on his phone, so that must have been a problem, man. My nephew usually not here when I go live, so it's all good. I gotta go mail out these Crip shirts anyway, man. I gotta go mail off these Crip shirts, man, and pay a credit card bill anyway, so it's all good. Hutch, my man Hutch, had a good day with Hutch yesterday, man. Crazy boy, what up? Yo, shit like them old Chinese movies. Bruce Lee, that's funny as a motherfucker. Crazy boy, what's up, man? That's some funny shit, man. I don't know if I'm on or not, so I'm gonna just be quiet right now. I'm still lagging. All right, well, I'll fuck with y'all later, man. I'll get with y'all later on there, man. Big Tone, you hear me? But can you see me? All right, it's green now. It's working now. It's green. It's telling me everything's 100 right now. So, man, I want to get to them books, man. I want to do a video on the books. My nephew told me I should do a video on the names, like a 30-minute video explaining where names come from, like where everybody's nickname come from. I don't know. It sounds like a good idea, but I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I could come back, or I could do it now, whatever. It says it's working now. We hear you loud and clear. Keep talking, for sure, for sure, for sure. Hey, Hutch, man, I, I'm gonna be good today. I ain't even gonna call her a bitch. But that young lady working at Whataburger, man, filled that cup up with all ice, man. I was thirsty as hell when I came home. Wasn't no water, nothing to drink, man. No juice, nothing. And I'm thirsty as a motherfucker. I take a small little sip just to taste that shit. I bite into my burger and I drink. I take a long little sip on the straw. And that motherfucker was empty, man. I was mad as a motherfucker. I could have went up there and hit that bitch in the face with that whole can. Man, I was so motherfucking mad. Should have poured ice in her shirt or something, man. She act like the soda's hers or something, man. Like selling a nigga ice like that, man. I was mad as fuck. Thought it was crazy big cat. Couldn't remember Daryl Oaks' name. You would think that's a name. Well, I mean, you gotta realize nobody knew the motherfucker. They didn't meet him. They didn't hang with him. You know what I'm saying? And then most people didn't even know he was arrested. So of course, I mean, you notice Doe Eye and nobody knew his name. We only know his name because Monster Cody said his name and then did some research. That's the only reason why we know his name. And actually, he got multiple names. He got multiple different spellings for his name. You know, you would only know that if you did research on the brother or you knew him personally. Oh man, I said I should have came to Tams. Shit, that's a long way away, Daniel. Jay Walker, Baltimore, checking in, man. I'm just checking out crazy ass Trump. You know, you know what's crazy, man? You got all these so-called professional analysts and all these people getting hundreds of thousands on CNN and Fox and MSNBC and HLN. And I just told y'all, I'm gonna go back a ways. After the Super Bowl, when Kraft got caught, I told y'all Trump was somehow gonna be hooked up to that shit. Turns out I was right. Then I told y'all just the other day, I told y'all I think Trump really got some serious psychological problems, and we gonna find out later on that he either got Alzheimer's or some type of mental problems. And what happens when I wake up this morning? They talking about Trump might have some mental problems, so that's a concern now because he did all them tweets early this morning. I'm like, man, them motherfuckers getting paid 6 digits, man, and can't recognize shit. They don't recognize shit. This is simple shit, simple mathematics, man. All you gotta do is watch a motherfucker and you can tell certain things, man. Use common sense, but you know what they say, ain't no common sense no more, man. Common sense some old shit. But anyway, yeah, I gotta tell him easy on the ice. Next time I'm gonna tell him no ice. I'm gonna come to the house and put my own ice in that shit. We got plenty of ice in the icebox. We just didn't have no fluids. Crazy boy, man. I can't wait to get out there, bro. We gonna crack. Hey, I see y'all love that Crazo, baby Crazo shit. Went like 4,400 views. Y'all was loving that baby Crazo. I can't wait to chop his fight story out and throw his fight story up there. It'd be cool if dude can animate it for me. You don't learn it in school, Mac. I see, man. They don't get our degrees for common sense. The cats, not that I know of, man. Dude I interviewed said it was some 60s on the yard, and I asked him names, and he didn't give me no names. So I don't know who was on the yard with him. I never heard nobody speak on him being on no yard. Like I say, people didn't even know he was locked up. So I don't think no reputables ever was on the yard with him. It's not common knowledge for people to know he was locked up and know that anybody did time with him. But during that era, I'm sure there had to be some 60s coming there like 2 years later. You figure about 81, 82, had to be some 60s come up in there with him. Maybe they never knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they didn't know the name. So if you on the yard with a dude, if you don't know his story, the name ain't gonna ring no bell. Crazo is definitely a fan favorite for the younger generation. The old dudes like him too, but I think the young dudes tune in for him. Yeah, they ought to give Trump a dunce hat, man. It ought to be required of him to walk around with a hat on, like old boy on the Monopoly game. Are you gonna do any videos on other Houston hoods? No, I'm getting up out of Houston, man. I don't think so. I haven't worked on Big Mump's interview. I don't know when Mump's interview gonna drop. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to work on that shit. But so I don't know. But Mumps will be dropping pretty soon, and the rest of Hiram Clark will be dropping pretty soon. I can't promise no dates, and I'm not gonna estimate because depending how I feel, I don't know which one I'm gonna drop first, Mump or the rest of Hiram Clark. So I don't know. Some of that shit require a lot of work, man, a lot of time. And then, like I said, I'm gonna drop part 4 and part 5 of Big Cat if you wasn't in the chat room when I mentioned that earlier. So I'll drop Big Cat. I'll try tonight, but I'm gonna say tomorrow for sure. And then I'll finish working on part 5, and part 5 will be ready to drop about 2 days after that. Man, I don't know. Big Cat Part 5 is gonna be talking about Arlington, about Big U and Arlington. You know, for those that don't know, Big U and Draws is the same person. So he'll be dropping some Arlington. You know, I ain't gonna say Arlington history, but his history with Arlington, the people he know and who was down there and all that stuff. And he'll be giving out some more names of the founders that he went to school with and all that. All right, man, crazy boy, your memory's fucked up, man. We gonna have to do something about your memory, man. All that cooking you be doing, man, you gonna have to start putting some brain food up in there, dog, and taking some damn pills, homie. We gonna have to take some pills together, nigga, before we end up in the same old folks home together. But I'll hit you with the dates offline, man. Did Big Rick give you any feedback? No, I called Big Rick. He say liked it, but he didn't go into no. He didn't go into nothing, man. So we didn't even talk about it, man. I left it alone after he said he watched it and he liked it. I left it alone because I don't know if it's too personal for him. I don't know if he didn't like it and didn't want to tell me he didn't like it. I don't know if people in his ear whispering. I don't know. I know Big Rick is solid. He keeping 100. He my partner. And it just didn't sound right. But yeah, I spoke to Big Rick, man. He doing good. Still working a couple of jobs like he told me. Shit, he gonna go where the money at. So he going to work every day. You know. Miss boxing though, but damn, what a fight it was. Hey, I didn't get to see the fight. I like to know why a lot of people be saying Jamel never did nothing or put no work. I think you just said it. I mean, what is there to know if you just said it? But at the time, I heard people say he was a godfather. I mean, shit. Let me say this. I'm the godfather of KMAC Videos hoodies, but I didn't make them. I didn't make the shit. I just came up with the idea. So I don't know, dog. You gotta ask Jamel, man, or you gotta ask Jamel friends like Jimmy Lavender and Honcho. You know, if we could find somebody out of Avalon Gardens that go back to the beginning, maybe he could tell us. But in the meantime, I don't know. I wasn't there, and people get offended when you talk about anybody from the East Side or especially Jamel. So that's out of my reach, homie. Ask Jamel. He be live all the time. He be on Instagram all the time. You can holler at him on Instagram or his lives. You know, he take phone calls sometimes, shit, and he responds on Instagram all the time. What's up, Mac? When the Hoover versus Rolling 60 start and how? Part 4, Big Cat. First few seconds of Big Cat's interview. You're not going to get your answer, but you can't get it from me either. I know what a few different people told me. I heard the different stories floating around, but I haven't got no concrete story that everybody agree with. Hell yeah, man. There's a lot of shit going on. Don't blame that on your memory, though. Because I bet your ass still talk on the phone and drive. I bet you still walk and chew bubble gum. I bet you still cook and fly your pigeons. Malema. 32 fucking years. Imagine that. I can't. 32 years for what? Doing 32 years in prison? Yeah, that's crazy, man. All them dudes did over 32 years. Well, I mean, different strokes for different folks, man. Baltimore, Jama, what up, man? I'm trying to do a Jama interview soon, dog. Like in 2 months, I'm trying to do some Jama. So we'll see how that go. DJ Vegas, what up, man? Well, DJ Vegas, man, I agree with you. That works probably 85% of the time, but there's still room for some dudes. You know how they say don't judge a book by its cover or defy the odds? There's going to always be some cases where you could look at a man and you could listen to his story. Maybe he just stutters, or maybe he just got a fucked up demeanor, or maybe he got something else on his mind, or maybe something in his eye, or his eyes ain't got enough water in it. You can't always tell, but I agree. I would say about 85% of the time you could tell. But I'm gonna tell you something, DJ Vegas. I don't know if you pro Jamel or anti Jamel, or if you like me to where it really don't even matter. But if you listen to what Jamel says, or you listen to some of the stories, like Jamel always say, him and Raymond started the Crips, right? But then he'll turn around and say he was cripping in '68. He'll say he socked Raymond and ran, and the Crips chased him. I mean, he's saying that he wasn't a Crip, and he's saying that like the Crips was some other niggas. Then getting shot by the Walnuts. I mean, all you gotta do is write it down, man. Write down what you're hearing. If you don't understand, and you need a better understanding, write that shit down, and you'll see that he wasn't part of that original formation. Yeah, he may have came, and then like they say, like Jamel said, he was an Avalon Garden Crip, and he started Avalon Garden Crip, and then they started in '71. I mean, come on, man, you do the math. Because he was a non-Crip at first. Well, it's not me, it's you guys that's always asking about him. I don't give a damn about Jamel. I talk to Jamel on his lives and on his direct messages, dog. But it's you guys always ask me about him. You asking a dude from the Westside that's younger that wasn't there. So I can only give you common sense and what I make out of all the different people I spoke to. You feel me? Man, I really just don't know. Cause I really didn't believe he hit Raymond. I thought that was some made up shit. I talked to people, they said it was made up, and now it's a whole lot of people saying it really happened now. So in 60, I think Jamel was born in 55, right? Or was he born in 54? Exactly, Asiatic Supreme. But if I say it, people get offended. That's why I said. That's why I started off with people get offended. If you talk about somebody from the East Side or Jamel, you're gonna hurt some feelings. So I just try to refrain from hurting feelings. I told y'all that's why I don't tell my stories, because I'm going to hurt feelings. So I don't want to tell somebody else's story that's going to hurt feelings. People don't want the truth, man. Remember when I first started this shit? I used to always say the truth ain't very popular. People don't want the truth. People want a gimmick. Yeah, Jamel's 1954. So he was 14 in 68. And Raymond was 15 in 68. And they up at Fremont High. And 10,000 Crips couldn't catch Jamel. 10,000 Crips couldn't catch Jamel unless they were scared of him and didn't want to catch him. Yeah, exactly, DJ Vegas. Good looking out. I couldn't articulate that. If you got a question for Jamel, don't ask me, ask Jamel. I'm telling y'all, he got an Instagram and he got a YouTube channel. G Miller, that's funny, man. My brother did 5 in San Quentin, got out and ran for 10 years on a parole violation. He ran longer than his original sentence. Man, I was in the county jail with a dude from Texas, from Houston, Texas. Last name Country. And he was driving trucks, and he drove his truck through L.A., a big rig through L.A. He got a speeding ticket, and he didn't pay his speeding ticket. Somehow he ended up on parole, and he drove for like 12 years, man. Statute of limitations on that ticket been passed and over with. And that motherfucker actually got extradited to LA over a fucking old ticket. Shouldn't did no time in jail for no old ticket. Man, I done had so many tickets fall off my record. And they don't arrest me for my shit. It don't be on my DMV report or none of that shit. Stay woke. Fresno, what up, man? Bring back Big Mump. Big Mump's whole original interview will be up pretty soon. I just got to get it up and work on it. It's not a new interview. It's just the whole interview where he speaks on some other things. Them mosquitoes in H-Town are used to me now. They don't bite me no more. They don't bother me no more. When I first got here, though, they was tearing my ass up. My legs was bleeding, my ears bleeding and shit, my chin bleeding. Them motherfuckers don't bother me no more. I'm good. If they do bother me, they might make me itch, but they don't bite me. No blood spilling, no bumps and none of that shit. A warrant is a warrant. They probably gave him a special warrant because he was from Houston or some shit. Because like I said, I done had plenty of driving tickets and suspended license tickets, and after a while, them motherfuckers go away. I'm going to give y'all a story real quick about that, about the warrants and shit. So, at this time, my kids and their mama had moved out up north. They moved back down south. They moved back to L.A. for a little while. So, this, you know how it go. You want to hit your baby mama, so. I convinced baby mom, let me come over there. The kids that went somewhere, they spent the night over their uncle's house or some shit. So I go over there in Paris, California. I'm driving through Paris, California. I run into a fucking one of them traps where they be catching the Mexicans, an immigration trap. I run into one of them. I don't have no license. My license suspended. I ain't had a license in years. I'm driving, they pull me over and shit. I admit to because police tell me, you got anything in your car? Nah, I ain't got nothing in my car. Let me see your license and registration. I said, man, I don't have no license or registration. He like, all right, pull over here. So I pull over to nothing but police. I can't run or nothing. So I pull over there and he go get a supervisor and they come back. And like, hey man, tell me the truth. What's going on? I said, shit, I told dude the truth. I don't have no my license suspended. I don't have no registration. So he said, oh, well, we finna impound your car. You going to jail. And he leave, he come back, he say, hey man, check it out. He said, look, we're just gonna impound your car if you could get a ride. If you could get a ride. So I called my baby mama, tell her come get me. And then they come back and they tell me that I don't have no suspended license. So I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't? And they like, nah. So dude tell me, said, look, man, we gonna let you go, but Monday morning, take your ass to the DMV and get your motherfucking license. So I'm like, all right, I hurry up and get up out of there. I'm like, woo! So now, after the weekend, had a good weekend. So I say, okay, Monday morning, I'm gonna take the police advice and go to the DMV and figure this shit out. So I walk up in the DMV. I tell them I got a suspended license. I want to know how to get my license right. So when they call me up there, they tell me my license ain't suspended. So I'm like, it ain't? And they like, nah. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm like, what about all them tickets and shit? She like, tickets? You don't have no tickets. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, I don't have no tickets. All them fucking suspended license tickets and tickets I got. And so they tell me I just gotta pay a reinstation fee. I can't even think of the word to get my license reinstated. So I pay like a $50 fee to get reinstated, and then I pay for a new license. So there it is there. That's the story right there. A warrant is a warrant, but a warrant go away after a while. A traffic warrant, I'm saying. A traffic warrant goes away. At least that's my experience. Over and over and over again. So yeah, man, the police was right. I didn't have a suspended license because all them tickets and the suspensions was gone already. All right, Derek Burton, a reissue, whatever, like I say, man, old timers sitting in, man, I can't remember them long words. I can't remember compound words, anything with more than one syllable in it. Well, I'm not talking about Texas. I'm talking about Los Angeles. Los Angeles County I'm talking about. He said license renewal, DJ Vegas. Reinstated was the right word, though. I got my license reinstated. I paid $55. That's what they charged me, plus the $34 I had to take the test over. I didn't even have to take the test over. Until it was time to renew my license, they made me take the test over. What up, Kev Mac? On my lunch, tapping in. Kev, where your paperwork? What paperwork? Hey, Kev, what the deal with the loose booty story? Big Cat wouldn't speak on. He got shot in his ass and they called him loose booty. Kev, do you any stories on Avalon Garden Crips to verify? Nah, but you know what? It seems to me that y'all would be trying to find some Avalon Gardens, cause y'all more interested in that than me. I'm not really trying to discredit nobody. I'm more or less trying to hear stories and put pieces to the puzzle together. I'm not trying to find a piece that don't fit and throw that motherfucker away. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I say, some things is common sense. Like DJ Vegas said, just listen to the motherfucker, man. Listen to him, and you could tell some things don't make sense, some things do make sense. But I ain't trying to discredit nobody, man. Yeah. Centinela Park, man. That's what happened, man. I met Baby Crazo when I was interviewing the Raymonds when they wanted to respond to Center Park. I didn't know they was responding to Center Park though. I had been calling Nugget for forever, like 2 years, trying to get an interview with Nugget, trying to get a new interview with Nugget. Yeah, reinstatement fee, yeah. So I'm trying to get in touch with Nugget to do another interview. And after they seen the Center Park, strangely enough, I get a phone call from Nugget finally, and Nugget tell me he ready to do another interview. I'm all excited and shit. And then he tell me we gonna have 4 different generations. So I'm like, oh, that's even better. And I show up, and it really was just a response to the Center Parks. I had no idea that I was blindsided. And Crazo was there. And that's how I met Ken Griffey Jr. This shit. He ended up being a cool dude, man. So, I started hanging out with him every day. Mac, is there some more Huckabucks from 60s? Because it used to be a shortcut. I think it's only two. Crazy boy, how many Huckabucks is it? I think it's only two, big and little. No. You know what? Are them Huckabucks? I can't remember if them Huckabucks. It might be a lot more than that. It might have been a baby, a tiny. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's a Huckabuck name. It might be quite a few Huckabucks. Yeah, there's Huckabucks from ETG, but I think dude said from 60s, right? Nah, I didn't know Crazo for years. I met Crazo at that interview, man, when they responded to the Center Parks. Um, I wish y'all would quit saying that about A-Tray gangsters. If I gotta get more A-Tray perspectives, hook me up with the A-Trays. Hook me up with the A-Tray. You guys make it sound so easy and like I'm not doing my job. You feel me? It's to the point where it's almost like it's either two things going on. Y'all either overestimate me or you just don't know LA politics. Rhode Island, what up, man? Lamar Odom went to Rhode Island. Who came out of Rhode Island College? Man, we ain't tripping off the dangerous. We tripping off the will participate. You feel me? Yeah. I thought Lamar Odom came out of Rhode Island. Oh, big head motherfucker. Oh, mushroom. Oh, Q-tip looking motherfucker. Yes, baby Crazo's under big and little Crazo. The VNs didn't come through like 4 or 5 times. So I don't know if I'll do the VNs. VNs will probably end up going to somebody else. I can't help it. Oak, I be trying to answer everybody, man. Baby Hook. Nah, I think I I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. He taught Kobe how to dribble. Damn shame. Lamar at the Slauson. What? Looking cracked out. Good looking out, Rick West. Dragon Low. Appreciate it. Lil Max doing all right, bro. Oh, he's doing better than me. Shit. Financially, physically, probably mentally. Damn. The guys from the Underground Crip was nice. A nice interview. Tick and Bodacious was cool too. Sorry for the misspelling. What you misspelled? Hey, my man say sorry for the misspelling. He didn't get nothing wrong. Little crazy boy, you check out all Cat's videos. 1, 2, and 3. How many days to part 4 with Big Cat? I addressed that already, man. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Because there are. There's a lot. There's a lot of. Hey, man. Let me put it like this, man. No, I'll just wait, man. I'll just wait and put that out there. Lady Lil Country, what up? Should get a brim from each click. I mean, she know a lot from Harvard Park, but if dudes don't want to talk, you can't make them talk, homie. Funny fight story. I gotta chop up Crazos, man, and put Crazos on there. I gotta start asking all these dudes for one fight story or one funny story or a funny story and a fight story, and start chopping them shits up, man. Oh yeah, James Moore, that's what's up. Nah, I don't know how the '60s got started in Atlanta. I heard a couple different stories. Yeah, Melvin Farmer got his own channel, man. Yeah, Peacemaker was real, and that's why it ended, man. Something went foul. Something didn't go right. I believe with the 4 trays and the 40 Avalons. So they canceled the show. It's only 2 likes. It can't be no 2 likes, because I know Hutch liked it. I know a few people had to come up in and like. I ain't gonna believe that it's 2 likes, man. Kev, are the home street Crips still active? Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, they are. Big Monk's fight story, the 7/8 would be classic. You know, Monk probably can give you some real classics. If you read Lala's book, he talks about Monk like saving him, like having his back, and he attributed his life being saved to Monk in a day room, I think in Folsom, back when it was cracking or something like that. I mean, in the chow hall. So yeah, I know Monk can come with some hell of a stories. I'm sure Doe Eyes too. Doe Eyes is so serious though. I couldn't ask Doe Eyes for a fight story. Doe Eyes probably be like, you know, I sharpen the steel, you know what I'm saying? And cuz you know what I'm saying? And I did what I had to do. I left that nigga, I like the nigga word. I left that nigga leaking. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see Doe Eye giving no fight stories or nothing, man. Even a funny story to Doe Eye probably be like some murderous, treacherous level 4 type shit. Schoolyard Crips got Blueface repping on a national stage. They don't need no more shine. Kev, you think some people still biased to talk to you? Do I think? No, I don't think. I know. I know. KNOW. Explanation. All capitals. I know some people won't talk to me because they biased. What's going on with the Pimp Town Gangster crew? I don't know. I ain't been in that area in a long time, man. I know they was on New Hampshire and 112th and a couple of streets going westward. I know they had the apartments on Imperial, but from my understanding, 11 Deuce Hoovers popped back up over there and took them apartments over. I had a fight story at World on Wheels, but it would hurt a lot of youngsters and their big homies' feelings. But what happened, happened. And they took off first. Some 60s and 111s witnessed it. That's a trip. 60s and 111s used to really be a World on Wheels together all the time, man. That was the good old days. Mac, what is Blue Note CCO? It's prison gangs. Black prison gangs. Isn't Big Snoop from the early time of the Westside cripping like one of the first? I don't know about that Gary Younger. They younger, dude. They born in 58 and 59. Them OG Westside Crips was 1956. And if they went back as far as Tookie, they was 1953. So you looking at a 3 to 5 year difference, dog. Well, let's say a 2 to 5 year difference. So you can guess on your own on that one. Hey Kev, in my set there are two dudes with your name because of the stories of you and Lil Kev, man. What hood you from? What city? What hood? I gotta hear it. Crazy boy, damn. Can you get an interview with Tookie? Exactly, man. They want me to dig some motherfuckers up, put their ashes back together, and all that, man. Man, for real, man. They do ask some crazy questions, man. But you got, like Cuse told me, and Lala told me as well. You gotta realize, man, some of these dudes are real young, and some of these dudes are new followers, so they don't really know to get down. They just learning, and some of the younger dudes are really asking questions from a younger mind. So we can't be too hard on people that ask them funny questions, man. Eventually they'll learn if they follow along or if they into gang history, they'll figure it out and they'll realize how elementary some of their questions are. But you can't be mad at them because if they don't know, they don't know. No, I don't know Orlando Brown. Cute. DJ Crown J, good looking out. Cute is so accurate, man. His years always align with other people. You know what? I just took Cutes out of part 4 of Cat because I felt like I was using Cutes too much. And Cutes just Cutes information lining up with Big Cat so strong. I just took Cutes out. Like, this is Cat's interview, so I'm not going to keep using Cutes. For the people that doubt Cutes and don't believe Cutes and try to put Cutes down, that's on them. You know what I mean? They just not into gang history. They into who they know and what they heard. They not into the history of it. And like I said, he's another one of them dudes that hurt some feelings. So they have their biases against dude, but you're absolutely correct, my brother. His information lines up time and time again. About the only thing that didn't line up was Cutes had Jamel's age wrong. He had his age wrong, and I corrected him on that. Not to correct the big homie, but just to keep the homie, right. Keep him accurate and keep his credibility intact. Top 5 candy bars: Snickers, Reese's, Peanut Butter Cup, Kit Kat, white chocolate cookies, and cream Hershey bar, Baby Ruth. Man, you ain't got a Reggie Jackson bar in there, man. You a youngster, homie. You got to have a Reggie Jackson bar, my nigga. I just told you why I took Cutes out, man. I was using Cutes a little too much. And it's Cat's interview. It's not Cutes and Cats, it's Big Cat. So I just felt like it was too much Cutes in there. And all his information was lining up with Cat. So I just took it out, man. We got an overdose of Cutes, man. All right, good looking out, good looking out. Nah, I didn't know no Bishops. Bishops only lasted a year or less. The Bishops was like a 1974 gang. Late 73, maybe 73 and 74. But from my understanding, they only lasted like a year. It was only a handful of them. Hanky Stanky, yep. Gotta have that Clark bar, that butternut. Yeah, I forgot about the old butternuts. You damn right, man. Woo! A butternut, my nigga, for real? Butternuts was the shit. Cutes never said his brothers didn't bang. Cutes ain't never said his brothers didn't bang. Cutes always said his brothers was from A-Tray Gangster, but he wasn't from A-Tray Gangster. I'm not even gonna get into that jungle question, man. We gotta talk to a jungle. I know what I know, and I know what I heard, and that goes against what the jungles will probably tell you. So we're going to let the jungles tell their own story. Kev, did Cutes lose all his brother's past from activities on the streets? Isn't Cutes only a few years younger than Jamel? Cutes is 2 years under Jamel. He's 2 years or less than 2, but close to 2 years under Jamel. No, I take that back. Jamel's birthday's in March. So he is 2 years. 2 years and maybe a couple months. Yeah, Lil Kev had bitches for real. Lil Kev was a cold player, man. That's real talk. Whoever told you that? My man say his girl got mad for stopping dinner. I hear that a lot, man. T. Rogers, man, we done been over the T. Rogers situation over and over, man. Me and T. Rogers good. We cool. We like really can pick up the phone and call each other. We good friends, man. But he ain't ready to give his story to Kev Mac videos. Big Cat kind of touches on that. He touches on it, but he don't tell the story. And I believe it's cause Snoop Dogg name was off 6th Ave and 60th Street. That's why I believe the 60th Street came in. Lil Caesar was a rider, man. You see how bad he looked? Looked like a little crazy motherfucker with all them braids. Little tiny dude with braids and shit. With the whole pack over to his house chilling. Yeah, Lil Caesar was with the business according to my big homies. I don't know what your question is, man. There's like it's showing me like 10 questions at a time and they go up. If you highlight the question, I can see it a whole lot better. Highlighted questions is stands out in the crowd, bro. I can't answer every question and I'm not going to answer every question. But I don't know what your question was, so I don't know. Who had the biggest money spot in the 80 and in the 90? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Joe Rat had to be Joe Rat. I mean, depending what hood you talking about, in L.A., in America, in California, in the '60s. You got to be a little more specific with that question, Corey East. Kev, so do the '60s have more than one set? Because it seemed like Big Cat was trying to say it's two sides. No, the '60s is one set, but multiple sides. Big Cat, he wasn't trying to say, he was saying that the back of the back of the hood. You feel me? The back of the hood. The front would be, we're all, the front line against the A-Trays, A-Tray gangsters, Inglewood family. They on the borders. Six Deuce Brims. So that would be considered the front of the hood. Keith Claus. All right, good looking out, Keith Claus. I didn't get to holler at you last night, but I seen you up in there. Baker T put an end to all that? Really? When? How? When he came up with I'm All Hood? How'd he put an end to it? Because he didn't put an end to it in my estimation. But he fucked around with all sides all over the hood. I mean, everybody did until, at one point in time. In LA, I don't know, man. LA's so big, but you got to put Freeway Rick, Waterhead Bo up in there. And Bruce has some popping spots. 60s was the first 60 set. The only 60 set. Lurch was a hustler. Had a Rolls parked in his driveway in the 60s. don't know about 6ix9ine East Coast $1 million spot. I don't know about that. There was $1 million spots everywhere. But my question is, what did everybody do with the millions? Where's the millions at now? Where the people at that had the millions? You already know what time it is. My hour is up, or should I give y'all some extra minutes for the bad streaming? Where does Petey Wack fall in the timeline? I don't know. We have to ask Petey Wack where he falls in, man. I had some 111s try to tell me Petey Wack started neighborhood crip in the 60s. I had some people tell me online, tell me Petey Wack started 60s. Marcus Jones, what up? Were the 60s a bunch of smaller gangs that consolidated? That's absolutely correct. There was a consolidation, from my understanding, in 1975. And that's when everybody came together, no matter which little clique you was claiming. Yeah, that's my understanding. The hand sign came into play as far as the 60s from day one, from the neighborhood crip. I don't know about other hoods. Bird say he was throwing up Slauson like back in the 50s, homie. Channel Taylor, man, I don't have no energy to be running no phase right now, man. I need something to eat or some vitamins or something, man. Some alcohol. I need something to get me going, man. I need something to get me turned up right now, bro. Marcus Jones, good looking out though. And I know I missed somebody. Chris Wilson. How it feel holding up them bodyguards. Oh, how it feel holding up them bodyguards. Shit was fun, man. That shit's addicting, man. People don't understand robberies are addicting, man. Especially for me, because I'm a nigga that always work off adrenaline. You know what I mean? So, like I say, or people that know me, I'm the calmest, coolest cat, the most passive cat, the least aggressive. But once my adrenaline get going, and that could be anything. It could be from a fight. It could be from fucking a bitch doggy style. It could be from gambling. It could be a robbery, burglary, speeding in a car. Whatever it is, once my adrenaline get going, that's just an addiction to me, man. It's like I'm addicted to the adrenaline flow. So shit felt good, man. Shit felt good. That's what it felt like. It felt good, but too at the same time, I learned something on it. During that encounter, I learned a little something, man. I learned a little something that I wasn't accustomed to, so I don't really want to get into the specifics right now, but yeah. Who said they didn't start neighborhood? I don't know who said they didn't, but I know a lot of East Side neighborhoods will tell you that though. A lot of East Side neighborhoods will say 8ix9ine started neighborhood. Then you got some Six Deuces that say they started neighborhood, although the Six Deuces I talk to say they got the neighborhood from 8ix9ine. So again, man, so much misinformation out there, and different people tell you different things for whatever reason. So it is what it is. All right, Divine Blood. All right, all right. Thank you. Appreciate the comment. Manuel Jackson, respect to all the OGs. I don't really know, man. I had seen after I got off one of the lives, I seen somebody saying they want to, that they asked me a question about my brother. And because this live is over with, I really couldn't extrapolate on my brother right now, man. I'd probably have to do a whole show on my brother, man. Come back and do 30 minutes on my brother or something. I might be able to do an hour on my brother. If I just take you through the steps of being a little kid, my admiration for him, and looking up to him and getting punked by him, you know what I mean? And not being able to hang around him like I wanted to, all the way to, it was like a family picnic going to see him in YA, you know? So I wanted to be in YA too. I wanted to go to jail too, but at the same time, I was always that nigga that was into sports. You know, I want to watch my baseball. I want to eat candy when I want to. I want to fuck a bitch when I can. You know, so those things was better than jail to me. But it was just such a trip, man. It's like I envied him because he could get my mother and father to bring him picnic baskets and bring him cake and bring him Mexican burritos, Mexican tamales and shit. And you know what I mean? And they just did everything for him, man. Sent him pictures and everything. And I would be sitting there in some hand-me-down khakis and some ran-down Pumas or some ran-down Chucks and be like, damn, this fool living better than me and he locked up. You know what I mean? So that shit was just crazy. It'd be so much for me to talk about. I can't really do that right now. My brother's serving a life sentence right now. And I'm out of here, y'all, man. My hour is up. I got to go mail out these Crip t-shirts and go pay a credit card bill, man, and go work on this Big Cat since y'all want to see Big Cat tonight. Before I go, type in 1 if you want Big Cat tonight. Type in 2 if you want Big Cat tomorrow. Let me see the 1s and 2s. 1 if you want to see Big Cat tonight. 2 if you want to see Big Cat tomorrow. Holler at your boy. Let me know. Give me some insight. Chris Wilson, good looking out. Brim Blood, they don't want to do an interview with me. You know, I wouldn't call my brother a rider. He a rider in jail, though. He a rider in jail, and I was told he was a rider in prison, but I wouldn't call him a rider. I would just call him crazy. Okay, tools, a lot of tools. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. All right, so ain't no rush. I'll do it tomorrow. Everybody want it tomorrow, so we'll see it tomorrow. Twos win. Twos win. Big Cat tomorrow. Regular time. 7 o'clock West Coast, 9 o'clock East Coast. I mean 9 o'clock in the South, 10 o'clock East Coast. Out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Have a good week. Y'all be safe out there. Stay tuned to Big Cat Part 4 tomorrow night. Peace. Thanks to all the super chats.